Now, before we get into this entertaining video, we would just like to remind you to like and subscribe.
Yes, please do like and subscribe.
Sunflowers! Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, I am here because I wanted to read on Aespa because, did you guys hear? Aespa is debuting an AI artist. Now, if you are not familiar with Aespa, this concept is really not new to them. And honestly, it's got me thinking. It's got me really thinking that Aespa is literally the metaverse. So I'm definitely side-eyeing SM, and if they are in the, but besides all of that and my conspiracy theories, if SM might just be one of the big powers out there in the music industry globally, hint, hint, wink, wink, if you know what I mean. But I'm really curious about today what is going on with Aespa and where is the direction that they are going. Because another thing that Aespa is doing, along with, so this AI artist, her name is Novice, and apparently she is the world, or literally, you see why I connect this to the universe, literally the virtual universe where Aespa's AI avatars exist. Yes. Amazing concept. I love this. And because of that, Novice is now coming into the real world and now getting an avatar. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but I watched a clip of Aespa's tour where they literally showed a little bit of the performance of Novice performing, or novice. I think it's novice. And what kind of startled me, made me feel a little bit weird, is that literally she doesn't look like an AI character at all. Besides the fact that she's on the screen, but Novice literally looks like a human being. Actually, she's kind of body-wise, she kind of reminds me of Ning Ning a little bit, but it's up to whoever watches. Maybe it could just be the short haircut style. I'm not really sure, but I actually thought it was Ning Ning up there dancing before I realized, wait, this is supposed to be Novice. Unless they use Ning Ning as a way to body motion, I'm not sure. That's even... And mine's blowing me even more, who did the dancing, stop motion, whatever. But it's literally crazy just to think that what SM is doing with Aespa and their creative ideas and literally taking Aespa to the next level. So, yeah, are we really prepared for the future? Because AI is where we're going, and Aespa is telling it to us in our faces, and we're going to be joining the metaverse soon. I don't know how excited or how much people are excited about this idea, and if anybody else within their fandom has made this connection. But all that to be excitement. Here's my card that's going to represent Aespa. It's the main female, just to represent them because they are a female group. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. Oh, and Aespa, I think this is their second year of performing at the Tokyo Dome. So I'm not sure if they performed it, because according to an article I read, Aespa it's been 2 years and 9 months since Aespa debuted, and if that's correct, and this is their 2-year anniversary performing at the Tokyo Dome. I'm just not sure if Aespa performed there and how big the Tokyo Dome is. I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure if it's the Carnegie Hall of Tokyo, but if that's what it is, I guess Aespa performed there shortly after they debuted, and wow, Aespa has been around for, 2-3 years now? I can't believe it. I mean, I love Aespa, and also, can I fangirl for a second? Armageddon. Forget the name for a second, I'm just talking about the future of where we're going. But Armageddon, top tier song. Pure essence of energy. The girls slayed it. And Armageddon just happens to be the name of their first studio album. And I can't believe that Aespa is now just releasing a studio album. They must have released quite a few EPs where it's just like, I guess, 2, maybe 3 songs. But outside of that, Aespa has finally released their first album. They have been around for 2, maybe 3 years at this point. And Aespa is breaking records, and they're continuing to have a creative and new idea. So I just want to see what's going on with Aespa and how they are going. So let's find out what's going on with Aespa. Shoo! I'm sorry, I got Armageddon in my head. I've been playing it on repeat. At first, I was crushing choreography. It was interesting, but SM is known for having creative choreography, I swear. Also, can we just take a moment to pause about how apparently Karina is in dating rumors with Mark from NCT? That doesn't even sound right. Like, Mark just doesn't even sound like he would. And no hate against Karina, but I'm not sure. I just see Mark with an American woman. I'm not sure. This is my personal opinion. But hey, who knows what Mark is into. As a quick pause, I would just like to say that NCT was the first K-pop group that got me into K-pop. So I'm forever an NCTizen. And because of that, that's why I have my strong opinions about who Mark is dating. Anyway, apparently Karina is in dating rumors, and I don't know. They're new in their relation. They are new in their career still. 3 years, so that's like being babies in the music industry. So I mean, they're quite seasoned too at the same time. But I just don't think at this moment Aespa should be thinking about dating anybody at this moment. They should focus on their career. Sorry. So let's see what's going on and pick these cards now. I just had to put that out there because I did hear that news. So there's quite a bit going on with Aespa. I love how before I had laid any cards down, the first card that I had laid down was occupation right after I was talking about their career. Okay. Get to see there's no male energy around them. It's good. So there may not be dating rumors. What those dating rumors about Karina and Mark may not. I don't even know how that even happened. But those rumors just may not be true because I don't see any men in this relationship. And there's like 4 or 5 members within Aespa. So because of that, if one of them had boy problems, they would have probably appeared in this reading, especially if it would have interfered with Aespa and them performing or being as a group. But right now, what I see going on with Aespa in their current moment, what they have weighing them down, which is no surprise to many K-pop idols, is their job. They are weighed down. I'm not sure if they're still touring and if this Tokyo Dome performance is just another stop in their tour. But I see right now maybe Aespa could be wanting a break because they just are performing. Oh, and Winter was rushing trying to change outfits in between performances and fell off a lift and literally was still performing with bruises on her kneecaps, both. So because of that, Aespa has a lot going on with them, and currently their job is weighing a lot and heavy on them. Aespa, I think Aespa is in need for a break. But what I see underneath them, I'm going to have to look more into what a thief could represent because I'm not sure because it's right there in the current present moment about their occupation and them working. So I'm not sure if I can say confidently that maybe they feel as though their time is being taken away from them, and they just don't have time to, yeah, that could be it, honestly. They just don't have the time to relax because they're always performing, traveling. They don't get to maybe get to sightsee a little bit. It's like jump flight here, there, bop, boop. We gotta go here and there. It's just like not enough time to really relax. And who knows how long they are performing and if they have to do multiple performances per day. So however long a concert is, I'm going to say at least 2 hours at best. At minimum, maybe. I'll say at minimum 2 hours. I'm not sure how long concerts can be. But if they're doing that quite a few times a week, on top of making sure that on their off time that they are still rehearsing for the next performance that's coming. So when does Aespa get time to be doing what they like, chillax basically? So because of that, their literal time is being taken up by their career time. And like I said, at this point, I just don't think or see how they could even squeeze in or pencil in a boyfriend. It just boggles me. However, what I do see, which is quite interesting, is what's behind Aespa. But also this like represents their past, but also their past present, which means what they're currently dealing with and like coming from, and how that's going to affect their upcoming future, which I'm getting ready to talk about, which is this card right here. Is right now Aespa, I can't really say Aespa's taking chances. I'm going to say their company is taking chances with Aespa, with the group Aespa. Because as we know, they really don't have much control over their career, so they can't really make decisions about the trajectory of their career. But SM does. And SM, like I said, is planning on now, and they've been hinting novice. I remember from the Next Level music video, but literally 17 seconds is how much they've teased, like all together through all of Aespa's music videos. Yes, I have done my research. That's how excited I am about novice to make her debut. Oh, and she danced well. Of course she's going to dance well. She's AI. But just the future of a AI artist is literally dancing and performing and going to a concert just to see an AI dance in front of you. Mind-blowing. Futures, making changes, switching it up. That's what SM's doing. That's their future. That's what SM's got in plan for Aespa. And that's what's got me so excited. Like literally so excited. I can see the vision, dream, and future of technology, period. But Aespa is like that, like they said, they could be considered 3rd gen or 4th gen, because if they came into that tail end mucky period of that transition, like we're currently kind of in the middle of the transition between the Piscean age to the Aquarius age. So we're going more from more like a hidden period and more to like a technological and advanced civilization, which is all about what Aespa is talking about. And we got the metaverse with Meta and Facebook and Elon Musk doing whatever Elon Musk do. So if you really think about it and all the technology, Aespa is on point with what is going on in the current generation. But SM is on point with what's going on with the current generation. And that's where I question their company and their ties. But I'm going to leave my little conspiracies alone. But what I see in Aespa's future is imprisonment. Now, literally, I don't see Aespa being arrested. But what I do see is imprisonment could be maybe being put into a box. And maybe it's not a box that they put themselves in. Maybe it's a box that their company put them in. And because of that, maybe Aespa, like I said, they don't have the creative freedom that they can have because they are under a company. But that would go along with why their job is weighing them down and they're doing their performances. And Winter is still performing even though she has bruises on her knees. And they're just like, yeah, your knees may be a little swollen, take some pills and it will go away. Perform, basically. They're just like, if it ain't broke, dance. If it's spring, dance. The only time you can't be dancing is if you physically cannot dance. So basically, Aespa has got to perform and dance, literally and metaphorically, for this company. And because of that, like I said earlier, they feel like that their time is being taken away from them, even though they may look gorgeous while they do it and they slay their performances. Aespa is literally a cog in the machine. And because of that, they are metaphorically imprisoned. Listen. But it's gonna be in their favor because they are making strides. They are making strides. Literally. Because what I see, you remember how I said talking about this imprisonment, right? I'll come back to talk about their future, but now I want to talk about the corners around them and their indirect influences. And it was a perfect segue to talk about this fish, which symbolizes accomplishing much, accomplishing money, accomplishing success, and getting a bunch of fans, doing a lot of tours, basically abundance. And that's something literally that Aespa has underneath their belt because it's on the lower level. But at the same time, being, like I said, cogs of the machine, their time is being ate up by being K-pop artists, but they are benefiting from it. They are getting the attention, they are getting the finance, they are getting the fame and wealth that they wanted. They did. But also at the same time, I did not mean for this reading to go in this direction, but also at the same time looking at it on a diagonal angle as an influence to why they're being abundant represents the snake, which is also in their future. You remember how I said they felt like they are being imprisoned? Well, what could be weighing them down in the future is all the success and business and wealth that they have accumulated. Why? Maybe because they had to sell their souls, or maybe it could be because there is, you know what? SM comes with their own problems personally, but maybe there are people out there that could have some jealousy towards Aespa and the growth and success that they have. So there could be somebody that, I'm not talking about anybody in SM, but just fans out there, like who created this rumor about Mark and Karina dating during the, as long as, I mean, I've been away from K-pop since literally like 2 years, yeah, because that's how long Aespa's been around. 2-3 years I've been away from K-pop, right? And because of that, I'm just recently getting back into it. But now that I'm recently getting back into it within the last 6 months, I've maybe the last year to be honest, but I wasn't personally doing readings, so I wasn't following it too keenly like I am now. But within the last 6 months that I've been diehardedly following K-pop, I don't think I've heard anything about Aespa ever having any kind of dating rumors. So it just seems suspicious. Just when they're at the peak or top or reaching the pinnacle of the success that they can reach, something comes up to try to get, you feel me? Like, it was, where did that come from? And going on with their future, to continue on with the fact that there is some snakish energy that could be coming towards Aespa from the outside, from outside the company and not inside the company, even though they are basically feeling imprisoned by the company. And they do, however, we could say, I'm going to interpret a family room symbolizing that they all have each other basically. Like Aespa, I guess, has came together to be a family. I hope that's right. I'm not sure how close the girls are, and I really hate to make this comparison, but I'm not sure if they got like the dynamic that like Blackpink had. If you could get what I mean. You know, that like closeness, wholeness, we all love each other, always like, and stuff like that. I'm not sure if Aespa has that or if they just really perform well together. And sure, they may have friends within the group, but I'm not sure if they're like close-knit tight like that. And if they are, this family room could symbolize that one thing that they have accomplished through this is the fact that they have came together as a group, and even though it may be hard at times, they have each other to rely on, talk to, and support each other. And that really would make sense, because on another diagonal talking about that is the spare card, which is right next to the occupation card, which is also right next to the snake card. So basically, like I said, their occupation is really weighing down heavy on them, because this is all on the same level. So they feel imprisoned by their company. Oh. They feel imprisoned by their company. Not in SM, don't sue me. I don't mean that you're literally having Aespa as slaves. I just mean as though you are working them for a financial gain, and they are producing and they are successful, and like they say, don't fix what ain't broke. They are great, and because of that, Aespa wants SM wants to keep working Aespa, and because of that, Aespa continues to perform, keep making that bank, but also at the same time, like I said, Winter is injured. To what degree? Apparently not enough to keep her from performing, but has hurt herself while trying to perform. And because of that, she still has to, I guess, put on a face in that sense. But don't worry. Right there on that influence, she got her girls in the group that can support her through this short period, through this little period of discomfort that she's going through, and other things that they go through, but that's just one example. They could have gone through some other things in the past or in the future, and that the family unit that they have is going to be there. But I'm just going to pick two more cards. The one card I'm going to pick is because I see the occupation here, but I just want to know exactly what is Aespa's problem. Okay, so let's see what Aespa's outcome is. Okay, we'll come back to that problem card. So what I see about Aespa, remember how I said this snake represents people jealous of them? I was literally imagining this polar bear, because this card represents jealousy and igniting jealousy in other people, and that's exactly what Aespa does. Because Aespa, and this could literally be Aespa, because Aespa always represents a snake. They literally debut with the song Black Mamba. So like literally they are the snakes themselves. So they have infiltrated all the symbolism. I knew it was something about that snake when they debuted, but all this symbolism. So they represent this snake themselves, right? So Aespa, therefore, this snake could represent the jealousy that they ignite in others, but this could also represent maybe some negative influences, this jealousy having an effect on literally Aespa themselves, because they are snakes. It's their symbol. I didn't pick it. And because of that, Aespa could also be seen as the group that has conquered, and demolished the game, at least in my opinion. I'm not sure what Aespa calls their fans, but you can say, I stan Aespa. And so because of that, they've maybe climbed the ladder, gotten to the top, like a snake can climb up the tree and get to reach the pinnacle or reach the fruit. Like I was saying, just just when Aespa happens to reach the pinnacle and reaching the top of their game, there just so happens to be a dating rumor about Mark and Karina. And this is their block card. I don't know if Mark and Karina are dating. I did not, like I said, I couldn't personally just see it. I'm not saying that I know what Mark's type is, but just the fact that, yeah, so maybe it could be, like they say, where there's smoke there is fire. I'm not sure if Mark and Karina have been seen together, or if maybe it's just like those little fan interactions where they're like reacting to each other and like trying to pretend, because they don't want rumors to be started. But whatever it is, apparently, I'm personally not going to say that there is a man in the picture that is causing a problem for Aespa, but I will say that people will try to put out rumors or anything that could be snakish and maybe poison the image of Aespa, even if it has to do with throwing a man in the picture, because a good dating rumor is a good way to stir up some drama in Korea. And if so, maybe, and if the cards say that the problem is a man, then maybe Karina just might be dating Mark. Karina just might be dating Mark. I don't know. I can't see it. But a man came up as a problem, and that is a rumor on the street. And everything I have said and talked about from the group performing to the future of novice novice debuting AI, and also just this dating rumor, like everything I've talked about that's going on with Aespa right now has literally came into this reading. So that means there just may be, just maybe, I'm not going to say it, the cards apparently say there might be just some truth. I can't personally say it, and I refuse to believe it. So I'm not going to say that the cards say that Karina might be dating Mark. But that's what I'm getting. But I'm not 100% definitely sure. But it came up as a problem. Okay, I hope you guys understood that, because you even saw me save this for the last card, because I'm just like, I don't see how a man possibly came up as a problem, besides the fact that it is a rumor and it is something that people are using to currently take down Aespa. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and please, if you've gotten this far, I would like to remind you guys to please subscribe and like. Give us a thumbs up, and if there's anybody else you would like me to read on, please leave a comment down below. And with that being said, sunflowers!